Guys, we are so excited. We have a new backer kit to announce here. This is Exorcist Awaits. This is the sequel to the Exodus of Wolfbane. It's a DCC adventure.
Probably 3 or 4 DCC adventures crammed into one.
It's a lot. It takes you through levels 3 through 5. That's a lot of adventuring.
Yeah, so the Exodus of Wolfbane was our second module ever. It's a Dungeon Crawl Classics compatible adventure that starts with an epic funnel, and this one picks up where that adventure left off, and now is your chance to sort of build the story from 0 to 5th level.
You know, we already did the big overland adventure thing. Let's do the opposite. Let's go in an old-fashioned mega dungeon crawl. Wow. So we got this giant dungeon here. You're going to get, I mean, talk about value for the module here. Mm-hmm. I ran a playtest with the group. We did Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 here, an entire year. Wow. Okay, every 2 weeks playing, a full year, 2 modules. Where are you going to get value like that?
Yeah.
What I did with this one is make sure that there is a backstory connected with each character that gives them really something that they have to deal with. Ideally, it's a redemption arc. There's a backstory where they need to go back and deal with something that they've caused and ideally fix it if possible.
Writing a module where you care about your character, you care about their backstory, you care about what's coming next. We've always wanted to make sure that we weren't just sort of on a crawl, that there had to be a kind of investment. There had to be a reason you're going on these adventures. And that doesn't have to always be treasure. It can be redemption. It can be for resolving past conflicts. It can be for saving someone. So there's so many things driving the characters forward in this adventure. It's really fun.
Yeah, so what we're really getting at is that your character is actually literally and figuratively fighting their demons here. You know, those backstories, they really hit the soul. And, you know, we found that players really like to, you know, have those personal connections that take them through the story.
One of the things you learn through the Exodus of Wolfbane is Shadowford's true nature. And you're just building on that, which I think was really cool also. You know, we're focused on the journey in the first sequence of stories, and you find out about him, but you're not really seeing the cost of that or sort of the repercussions, and that's really coming out in this module. I mean, we talk about sort of in our description of this project that you're resisting demonic impulses, and they are mechanically, you know, they're rooted in the mechanics. So you might feel that temptation to give in to the demonic influence because it's going to give you an advantage in the moment.
One of the custom mechanics in The Exorcist Awaits is a dark influence that pulls the party towards its own chaotic tendencies. It presents itself both in RP and special demon trait cards.
Yeah, so the demonic traits, when you get those, the card actually has a little bit of a hint of what your demonic trait is supposed to do. You don't want to do what the demonic trait wants you to do. It's something counterintuitive. Could it be stealing, backstabbing a party member, sitting out a battle when a friend is about ready to perish? You don't know, but you're nudged along to do some naughty things.
There are unique magic items. There are unique cards that characters can play.
Nearly 100 completely custom magic items can be found in the adventure through wandering merchants, looting of fallen foes, or by solving puzzles and exposing treasure. There's no shortage of ways to utilize wondrous magic to get out of a pickle. Some favorites include a wacky wand that casts a random spell and then turns into a pencil. Or there's the Transportato that teleports you as far as you can throw it, usually. And don't miss the time-shifting amulet that lets you undo your most recent action. Backers even have a pledge level option to contribute their own custom magic item. What is probably the highlight of The Exorcist Awaits in terms of game mechanics are the ambiguous enhancements to weapons and spells that players have to earn from Shadowford at the start of the adventure. Players love to activate these powers in the heat of the moment, crossing their fingers in hope that the effect is what they envisioned.
You've come up with lots of things for players to do, and one of them is Shadowford has left this sort of mysterious clay. And this is something that you can do at your own table with just any modeling clay or Play-Doh, and basically craft something.
You have no idea what any of these are supposed to do. And I got to a very, very desperate spot where I thought it was going to be certainly the end of me, Bran. I was certainly going to be done, and it was maybe going to be a TPK. But I had an eyeball and a brain, and I had no other way out, so I just said to Thad, I'm going to pick up the brain. And he said, and do what with it? I'm like, I don't know. Like, look at it, like, think of it. Help me, brain. And you came up with something that just squeaked us out.
You have introduced a ration mechanic, which I find really effective, bringing home some of the realism of rations. You want to talk a little bit of what you had in mind about that?
Sometimes we get spoiled as players and you just have all your stuff and you just go around wailing on everything. And, it's always fun as a judge to bring in other pressures that keep a constant force on the party and things that you take for granted, like, oh, geez, I eat every day. How often do players have to deal with rations? Well, in this one you do. And because of the setting that you're in, it's not like you can just easily solve that problem.
Are any of you familiar with the Donner Party story?
Yeah, I was, just imagine that when you're playing in a dungeon, suddenly you're assessing whether everything you find is edible.
Another fun RP element in this adventure is that each character gets their own ghostly nemesis who perished in the raising of Wolfbane that taunts, distracts, and sometimes humiliates party members at every misstep. This is something that the players provide up front. They say, okay, I knew this guy way back when. This is, the headache he was giving me. And now I, as the judge, I lock that in. And every once in a while, I bring them out and remind them this nemesis that is exploiting their weaknesses and reminding that in your case, your character doesn't belong here. He doesn't belong in this world. Or in your case, your nemesis stole your girlfriend. So he's, rubbing it in your face. I got your girl. I got your girl. It's a great, fun RP thing to play with. This module really is absolutely hitting all the marks as far as RP and combat, right? These are the two big components of role-playing, and there's no shortage of either, I would say. Yeah. You mentioned puzzles. We got combat, we got moral quandaries, we've got props. You have to come up with your own props, but prop opportunities. Yeah. Don't forget the chaos deck, a deck of cards. Boy, if the party's really in trouble, just start whipping out cards, and who knows what kind of insanity will come.
Yeah, it could help.
A goal that we're exploring here with this particular adventure set, which is this just playing around with the idea that what if there was a continuous adventure from 0 to 10? It doesn't exist yet. This could be the first. Is this something you guys are interested in? We're taking it to level 5. Are you guys interested in going from 6 through 10? I don't know. It gets pretty crazy up in those levels, but
you can imagine the corruption on a wizard by level 8.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
either way, let us know, because we want to know if you guys are interested in that kind of thing.
I'm thinking about the ancient stone giant. And that is an amazing piece of art, but also a really fun episode. It begins as a puzzle. You have an image that Shadowford has left for you. We're trying to fulfill these things he's asked us to do. We go to where we think we should be doing that, and we're there, and what do you do with a stone giant who's in pain? How do you avoid it? Do you try and help him? What do you do with this stone giant? And that's just that's just one example of many of kind of, you present us with a puzzle, we go there, and then we're left to sort of either fight our way out or hopefully think our way out or use our magic to get our way out. And all of it's just really well illustrated by our artists. For
Absolutely. They really brought those visions to life, literally.
We are firmly committed to actual artists, people that are part of the community and do this passionately. So we don't do AI-generated art or any of that kind of thing.
It's so great that we're in this position where we're able to expand the stable of artists, give them opportunities, and this is because of you, right? Our backers allow us to pay these artists. One way that backers can participate in this is we're giving you the opportunity to help create some of these magical effects that will be provided in characters' weapons, or if they're spellcasters, it can enhance their spellcasting ability. We want you to be able to back on a level where you can create one of these. You can be an NPC in the form of a ghost. What's more fun than that?
We have also some great achievements that we're hoping to unlock, which is including the module is black and white, printed in black and white, but because we have our website and because we can leverage that website, we hope to make available PDFs of some of these things like the cards in full color.
Other achievement goals include a full Roll20 conversion, including battle maps, and a brand new DCC class similar to a monk called the Ascetic Crexidon. We are offering a discount for the Backerkit backers.
That's right.
And so this is your chance to save a few bucks on the front end here. So take advantage of that opportunity.
Yeah, this is going to be a 64-page module. We've already pointed out it's going to be multiple sessions in length. And so you're going to get it at 20% off of their retail price when we finally do release it and put it into distribution.
Back the Exorcist Awaits
and fight your demons.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
We got it.
Awesome.
We got it. All right, that was a great practice.
Yeah.
Should we
Turn on the recorder?
Yeah. Oh no, look what happened. Oh no.